Hey beautiful! Welcome back to my tarot channel. If this is your first time here, I'm Roya. I'm an intuitive tarot and oracle reader. Now my dear, I hope you're having an amazing day and everything is going fine with you. If today's not the best day, I'm sending you tons of positive energy and I hope everything will be well soon. Now, guys, today I'm back with another pick a card reading, and today's pick a card reading is all about important messages from your future self. Let's see, my dear, what your future self has to share with you. What is coming for you in your life? What do you need to know? What energies are coming towards you? Let's dive into this. So, my dear, as always, I have three pals you can choose from, and today I have cards and crystals for you guys. So, this is pal 1, this is pal 2, and this is gonna be pal 3. As always, my dear, please feel free to pause the video, or you can also meditate on the cards if you feel like you need a little bit more time to choose. You will find all the timestamps in the description box, but of course also in the comment section. And as always, my dear, please keep in mind that this is a general reading, so not everything may resonate with you. But yeah, having said that, let's begin. Hey pal one, welcome to your reading, my dear. Now let's see, what messages do we have for you from your future self? What do you need to know about what's coming for you? What insights are meant for you to get to know today? Now, my dear, as always, I already meditated for you guys, and I would say let's start straight away with your reading. I got your candle right here. Now let's light it up for my beautiful pile 1. What messages do we have for you today? Let's see. Okay. As always, my dear, as always, please give me a moment. Please give me a moment to tune into the energies in here for my beautiful pile 1. What important messages do we have for you from your future self? What's coming for you? What do you need to know? Let's see. The first thing I heard is the future is bright. This is a very high vibrational message, and I feel like someone's future self is trying to make them a little bit hopeful regarding what's to come in the future, especially maybe if some of you guys are going right now through a not so encouraging time in your life. Maybe that's why it is even more important for your future self to tell you the future is so hopeful, the future is so abundant, the future is so bright for you. You know, this dark phase that you're in right now doesn't have to be there in the future as well, because sometimes we forget that, right? When we are going through, a difficult time in our life, which of course all of us have experienced at one point, right? It's part of life. When we are going through something like this, it may be very difficult to see the light at the end of the tunnel, right? Because you're not so much focused on, how everything can work out in the future, but you're really focused on whatever is bringing you trouble today, right? And yeah, sometimes it can be a little bit difficult to stay hopeful in times like that. But I feel like for someone, this is a very important message to take with them today, that your future self, okay, they are giving me an insight here, which is all about you having a bright future. No matter how much darkness is around you today, I see you at a place in the yeah, in a place in the future coming through here in which you're surrounded by light, you're surrounded by abundance, and you're surrounded by, I'm hearing joy. So the darkness that's in your life right now will not be there in the future. Okay? This is something your future spouse, excuse me, future self. I've been doing a future spouse week, like the past week. I've done a lot, so I still have future spouse in my mouth, but like future self. That's something your future self wants you to know, my dear. So keep that in mind. No matter how difficult times becomes, there is always an infinite abundance of the future in front of us, okay? But it's very important for us to have a positive view in the future, because if we already see the future as something very negative, then nothing positive can happen to us. So it's very important for us to still be hopeful and optimistic about what's to come, okay? And your future self is definitely, yeah, emphasizing this a lot. So that's interesting. Another thing your future self wants you to know that is your future self is, I'm seeing, is living a life in which it's all about self-expression. So I'm wondering how your life looks like right now, whether you allow yourself to also step into this energy already or not, because it kind of feels like your future self is doing something, okay, that fills them with joy, that makes them feel, honestly, I heard purposeful. And it has something to do with your future self not shying away, but actually showing, what they want to deliver, what they're interested in, what they're passionate about. Your future self is living a life that is really all about expressing and being happy doing so. So I'm wondering whether maybe some of you guys, you feel like you're compromising a lot when it comes to your life right now, and you're not really doing the things that bring you a lot of joy. Maybe it's more so about surviving, or it's more so about, doing whatever other people expect of you, but not so much about what it actually is that you want to do today. And what I see is that no matter whether this resonates with you or not, but your future self is living in a way that honestly they are not compromising on what makes them happy anymore. And excuse me, yeah, that's the right way, right? On what makes them happy. Yes. I thought I phrased it wrong here, but I don't know whether, especially with the first message I got, whether maybe some of you guys feel like you feel a little bit stuck, or your life is not really going the way you would want it to go. You don't feel as abundant as you would like to feel. And maybe that discourages you a little bit, or maybe your life is not exactly where you would like it to be by now. Now, your future self's message in here, once again, is all about staying hopeful and showing that even if you're right now not where you want to be, that doesn't mean that you can't be there at one point in your life, okay? Even if you're not living the kind of life you would live or you would like to live right now, that doesn't mean this life can't be a part of your reality in the future. And excuse me, my dear, I don't know, I feel like today I'm struggling with my English a little bit, but I hope I explained it the best way possible. But I really feel like your future self, this reading feels very encouraging. It feels very motivating. And it's kind of like your future self took the role today of the motivator, or of encouraging you again, Maybe this this time in your life, it's sometimes a little bit confusing as well. And for your future self, they want you to stay focused. They want you to have a positive mind when it comes to your future, and to, most importantly, I'm hearing, believe in the vision that you have for the kind of life it is that you want to live in the future, because it starts there, right? It always starts in the mind. I mean, every idea, everything that was created in this world has at one point been an idea, right? And your future self, whatever it may be for you, whether it's a certain lifestyle that you want to live, or whether it's a certain business idea, whether it is a certain, yeah, I would say, mm, I'm hearing environment that you would maybe want to surround yourself with. Whatever it is that you desire, it always starts in the mind. But what's important is that we keep the spark alive, right? And we believe in ourselves, and we believe in that vision or that idea that we have. And this reading is all about your, I would say, future self. Keep inspiring you to hold on to this lifestyle, to this career idea, to this creative idea, or yeah, this life that you would like to live, to not lose hope, because maybe you are at a place where you see it a little bit far away, but this is all about, yeah, keep holding on to that vision. But of course, at the end of the day, you have free will, right? And you can do whatever it is that you want to do. But what I'm seeing is that this desire, this passion, this thing that is calling you, that you feel like is your heart path, or really fills you with joy, this vision, it really feels like this is where you're supposed to go. Because I see a lot of abundance in your life, my dear, okay? Like, your future self is coming from a place where they are honestly surrounded by abundance. And I feel like for some of you guys, maybe there is a certain area of your life in which you feel a little bit of lack, and it's kind of influencing the perception you have maybe on yourself or on your life. And it's a little bit difficult for you to see abundance if you're living in this current lack state, okay? It could be maybe an emotional lack, or something regarding a specific area of your life, okay, which is not really going where you would like to go. But the message from your future self is very clear. You will get what you deserve, okay? Your hard work will be rewarded, but it's very important for you to go for it, or to believe in what it is that you're creating for yourself. Because it starts with ourselves. If we don't believe in it, who else will? So this is a very important message from your future self coming through, okay? And don't get discouraged when it comes to the timing. Maybe some of you guys, you have been holding on to something for quite a long time, and you haven't seen the kind of results that you would like to. Maybe the manifestation that you're trying to work towards hasn't really manifested the way you would like it to. And the message in here from your future self is pretty clear. There is a right time for it, and it is coming through. You are attracting it, okay? You are attracting it into your life. But there is some kind of patience attached to this manifestation that maybe some of you guys need to be aware of. It's kind of like this manifestation will come through at the time where it will be most beneficial to you. I hope I can explain this the best way possible. I would say it's kind of like there is a nuance of, I would say, like divine timing in this energy. You know, something coming towards you, or some kind of a manifestation being materialized at a time where it will be the best for you. So if some of you guys are trying to manifest something, know that you are attracting it. Like, it's in your energy, okay? I can feel it. But it can maybe take a little bit to actually materialize in front of your eyes, because it's kind of like you're being a little bit guided towards this, okay? Like, you have support here on this path. So your future self definitely wants you to stay hopeful, okay? Stay hopeful, my dear. There is so much potential in you that needs and wants to be expressed. And your future self, I see, is exactly doing that. And it's kind of like they're encouraging you to step into that energy more. Because I'm hearing it's gonna make you so fulfilled when you surround yourself with what makes you happy or what you're passionate about, okay? That's a very interesting message for Palawan. Your future self is a great inspirer. like, yeah, a professional encourager, I guess. But my dear Pile One, please feel free to let me know how you feel about this reading. This is all I have for you guys for today. As always, my dear, if you haven't, I also invite you to subscribe to the channel. If you do, my dear, don't forget to hit the bell, because otherwise you may not get notified when I upload a new pick a card or candle wax reading. And my dear, as always, if you would like to connect with me more on Instagram, I invite you there as well. My beautiful pal one, take care, my dear. Hey pal 2, welcome to your reading, my dear. Now let's see, what messages do we have for you from your future self? What do you need to know? What insights? What's coming for you? Now, my dear, as always, I already meditated for you guys, and I would say let's start straight away. I have your candle right here, so let me light it up. One second. It doesn't want to burn. Okay. All right. So, my dear, as always, please give me a moment. Please give me a moment to tune into the energies in here for my beautiful pile 2. What do you need to know? What's coming for you? What messages does your future self have for you? Let's see. Okay, so there's... Okay, this is interesting. I'm getting a message, or better to say, the message is... okay, it's coming through, I would say, as a picture that I'm seeing, and it's actually a very sweet thing. I'm seeing your future self in a field, in nature. It could be a garden. It could be somewhere maybe close to a nature, like a forest or so. But I see them sitting on the grass, and then I see your future self smiling wholeheartedly. Now, this is actually such a beautiful thing that I'm seeing. Honestly, I know why I feel like, yeah, it's almost like one major dream of you being or coming true. It's kind of like your future self has reached a goal or a major wish that they always had, and it's kind of like they are sitting on the grass and just smiling to themselves, because I'm hearing I've succeeded. This is a very interesting message. I'm getting two things here, okay? It could either be the case that maybe some of you guys, this is a dream that you even currently have, okay? I don't know, maybe some of you guys want to one day maybe live close to nature, or maybe there is a certain wish that you have when it comes to your like living standards or where you want to live. Because for some reason, yeah, I'm getting this energy coming through here. If it's not something you're currently want, then it could be the second option. Maybe this is something that you will later want, okay? Like your future self maybe has had this wish for quite some time and it's coming through. But for some reason, I feel like there's this level of ownership coming through. It's kind of like the grass they're sitting on. It's theirs and it's about freedom. Yeah, I think it's about, yeah, freedom. Okay, I'm understanding it better. I feel like it's almost like a level of freedom that maybe your future self or maybe even you have always dreamed about or hoped for, and for some reason it's coming through. Maybe this is something, a very sweet and happy moment that your future self would like to share with you right now, okay? Oh my goodness. Pile 2, what is happening? Like, the way your candle wax reading is going is very, very different from Pal 1. Like in Pal 1, I got a lot of direct messages from their future self to the viewer. With you guys, it's a little bit difficult. It's kind of like your future self wants to give you a glimpse of what kind of life it is that they're living, that they're energetically like experiencing. And okay, I received another message and I'm wondering what you guys or how you guys feel about this, because it's not something everyone does or wants in life. So of course, take it how it resonates, okay? Remember, this is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. But it's like a message that, I don't know, it's a little bit overwhelming because I did not expect this to go this way. All right, so what am I talking about? Another message I'm receiving about your future self and what they would like to share with you. Once again, this Pal 2 feels like a glimpse, They want to share with you the kind of energy that they're experiencing. What I'm getting is that there is marriage here. Like your future self, it feels like they are in a relationship, in a very serious relationship. Yes, for some of you guys, I even see marriage energy here. For a lot of you guys, in fact. And I'm even seeing children, okay? So, of course, take it how it resonates. Not everyone wants to get married, not everyone wants to have children, right? But for someone, their future self, they would like to share this with them. I feel like your future self, there is a reason why. Because I really feel like the energy in here is so different. Like the messages I'm getting, it's more so about, it's kind of like your future self is opening this door for me to look through and to see what kind of, experiences it is that they're experiencing or living, in comparison to Pal 1, in which I got a lot of direct messages coming through regarding what they have to say to the viewer. So yeah, a little bit different here. But I feel like this is exactly what you should know today. Whenever, as I always like to say, right? Whenever a reading goes a certain way, there is a reason for it. And I feel like for you guys, maybe you came into this reading with the intention that you would like to get more insights about, the kind of energy that your future self is surrounded by, or what experiences they're doing or having, excuse me. That could be a thing here, but let me see what else I can get. Your future self. Okay. Um, what I received was, I really feel like your future self wants you to. One second, I'm receiving. Okay, this is interesting. Your future self, my dear, it's kind of like they want me to share something with you, which could actually be a very crucial, I guess, event in your journey. And it's at one point in your life you will have to take a very big decision. And this decision will take a lot of, I would say, courage. It kind of feels like a risk, or you being at a place where you have to take a leap of faith. Like, you don't know whether this or that is the right decision to do, but you just have to go for it. And what I'm seeing is that this decision, this risk, this leap of faith that you will have to do, it could either come through very, very soon, but definitely throughout this journey you're on, there will be this point in your life. And it's kind of like your future self would like to give you some, I would say, messages of advice in here regarding what you should know about this leap of faith that you will perhaps take. And it's that it is very, very important for you to know that you're always supported. Okay? You're always supported in this lifetime. You're not alone. You have not only people, but also literally like spirit guides and energies supporting you on your journey through life. Because as we all know, life can be very, very difficult, right? But your future self, they want you to know that you're never alone. You're always supported. You're always protected. You're always loved. And very often, when we go through something which can be a very huge decision for us in life, right? It can be very nurturing to know that we're supported through those decisions and through the journey. And that's like kind of what I'm seeing your future self sharing here with you, that you are supported, you are safe. I'm hearing once again, you are loved, okay? Not only does your future self love you, but you're also loved by your guides, right? You're also loved by the energies, your spirit guides that are supporting you, protecting you throughout this lifetime. And yeah, they just want you to be aware of it, okay? Whatever it is that you do in life, whether you choose this path or that path, whether you choose to take this risk or go another way, whatever it may be, always know that you have a team behind you, okay, supporting you. But I can't go over the picture that I got in the beginning of your reading, because it was probably one of the most beautiful smiles I've ever seen, because it truly came from such a pure place. You know, when you work towards something and you make it, or you succeed in it, and this just raw joy that overcomes you. It's just something that tastes so sweet, right? And this was something I saw in this, you know, picture that was presented to me as well, that your future self has made something happen for them, a dream come true. And it is connected to nature, it is connected to safety or security, to where you live, okay, to your home. Maybe someone wants to purchase a certain kind of home in the future, or a certain kind of land, property, or just live in some kind of a environment or nature. This is very interesting. I love these kind of insights from like future self readings because there is something very connecting about them, you know? Because this is just, I love this. I love these kind of energies. I will definitely record more future self readings. I find them very, I would say, refreshing in the way they're coming through, energetically speaking. So, my dear pal, too, this is all I have for you guys for today. As always, my dear, please feel free to let me know how you feel about this reading. And yeah, as always, if you haven't, I of course invite you to subscribe to the channel as well. If you do, my dear, don't forget to hit the bell because otherwise you may not get notified when I upload a new pick a card or candle wax reading. And my dear, as always, if you would like to connect with me more on Instagram, I invite you there as well. My beautiful pal 2, take care, my dear. Hey pal 3, welcome to your reading, my dear. Now let's see what important messages do we have for you from your future self, what's coming for you, what insights do you need to know today. Now, my dear, as always, I already meditated for you guys, and I would say let's start straight away. Let me get you your candle. All right. Okay, so for my beautiful pal 3, as always, my dear, as always, please give me a moment. Please give me a moment to tune into the energies in here. For my beautiful pal 3, what important messages does your future self have for you? What do you need to know? Let's see. Okay, the first message I'm getting is that I don't know why this message is coming through, but it has to be important. So, your future self wants you to know that they have found their people. Your future self has found their tribe. That's literally what I heard. Now, let me explain what I think your future self means by that. I really feel like, my dear, your future self has a, I would say, social circle that is incredible. A social circle of friends. For some reason, friends in particular are coming through. Of course, it could also be family, but this is more so about friends. Friends who I'm hearing are lifelong siblings. So, friends that definitely mean a lot to your future self. I don't know why, but I feel like your future self may actually have people from their soul family, yeah, in their environment. I also feel like that's why I got like this tribe coming through. I feel like it was meant about like soul family. And I even see at least one platonic soulmate. So I don't know how you feel about this, my dear pile 3. Wow, like in the future, if you haven't started so far, but you will connect with a lot of people who you may even have a spiritual connection with, or energetically are very much connected to. And for some reason, there is a huge emphasis on this great social circle that your future self has. I don't know whether maybe sometimes some of you guys, maybe it was a little bit difficult for you to find your like people, or to feel like you belong to a group or so. But I see that your future self is at a place where they have people around who they genuinely love and care about, who they genuinely trust, and there is so much support between those energies as well. A lot of support. What is this about? Like, did someone perhaps ask whether like get some insights regarding this aspect of their life, or I don't know, like I didn't really expect this kind of energy to come through. But I really feel like there is a reason. Yeah, there is a reason for it. So your future self is definitely in connection with a lot of great souls. There is no other way to say it. And maybe this is something that someone needs to hear, to know that no matter what your experiences were so far, there are a lot of great people out there. Even if till now you haven't had a lot of good experiences with people or with friendships, for some of you, know that there's still a lot of good people out there. You know, like sometimes in maybe a certain area of our life, we experience some kind of negative or unfortunate things, right? That we think, well, everyone is like that, or whatever area it is that, this may be all the experiences we will make. But no, it can always improve. And what I'm seeing for you is that this is more than improvement. Like, this is incredible connections and friendships being built here. And your future self wants you to, know about this. Maybe to soothe you or to encourage you. Your future self wants you to know that they are at a place in their life now in which they feel very safe. I feel like this safety could be connected to like finances, like security and stuff. For some reason, that's what I'm getting here. So your future self wants you to, know that they feel much more calmer, like less stressed for some reason is coming through here. I don't know why I see someone sitting in front of a what is it called? Fireplace. Excuse me. I paused for a second. It's called fireplace, right? I know why I see a very cozy room, and then there is this fireplace, and someone is reading something. It could be, I think it's a book. Is it a book? I believe it's a book that they're reading, or at least it looks like one, or a magazine or so. And it looks very calming, very, I know why it reminds me of someone also doing some self-care. When we take a moment or take some time for ourselves to really nurture ourselves, maybe to read something that calms us down or allows us to dream, or maybe we're reading our favorite like magazine with something we're passionate about. maybe interior design, or I don't know, fashion or such things, right? Whatever it may be for you. But that's what I'm seeing. It's almost like I'm seeing a self care moment. And then I see this cozy, incredible cozy fireplace as well that literally warms your future self's heart, honestly. Like the fire reaches their heart, and it is so comfortable. It is just so dreamy in a way. I don't know whether some of you guys maybe you're looking forward, okay, to those experiences, or maybe this is something you want to, like, your life, you would like your life um to look like that, you know, a lot of calmness and peacefulness in your energy. But I am getting this message coming through from your future self. I feel like when it comes in terms of the energy levels of your future self, it is very calm. Like, honestly, it feels like your future self is living their best life, not caring about anyone, not stressing or like about anyone. They focus on themselves. They focus on what brings them peace or happiness and stuff like that. I really feel like when it comes to the future, I don't know how far you're in this energy already, but your future self is definitely someone who is not only protective of their energy, but they don't really care. Like, they genuinely don't care about everything that has nothing to do with their well being or their and their loved ones, yeah, happiness. Like, I don't see your future self being someone who likes, for example, to emerge into like other people's business or gossip and stuff like that. It feels like they are very aware and very mindful of where they're putting their energy into, because their energy is so precious. And you chose the magician card, right? And the magician archetype as well. I mean, it's one of the most powerful ones, right? And I don't know why I I'm seeing almost like a magician who's doing their work, and they're so focused on themselves, you know, while doing it, and nothing else really matters, and they're just so immersed in their work and into managing their energy. It's kind of like what I also see your future self doing. Your future self will not waste their energy with things that just, I'm hearing, are not for their highest good. Honestly, I really feel like your future self is living their best life or becoming their greatest version. And that also means being very mindful of not only what we want, but also of what we don't want, right? And your future self definitely doesn't joke around when it comes to keeping whatever it is that they don't want to have in their life away. Maybe some of you guys, you need to um, incorporate this more into your life as well, to make sure that if you feel like something is not good for you, if something needs to end, or if something just doesn't have a space in your life, like a positive space, then it's better to release it, okay? Whether it be a emotional no, not emotional, excuse me, a like maybe in your environment, something that is burdening you, or I don't know why I heard expectations, even, okay, other people's expectations. But whatever it may be, your future self really wants to encourage you to keep in mind that every now and then we need to detoxify our life. And with detox, I don't mean like what's being advertised, you know, like detoxing our bodies and stuff like that. I mean like detoxing our life in the sense that whether it's a person, whether it's a circumstance, whether it's a thought or something else, to know that if something is not good for you, you don't have to keep it in your life, because it is your decision, and your future self really wants you to take decisions that will be good for you long run, and they don't want you to surround yourself with energies that are not good for your highest good, you know? So, because that's exactly what I see your future self doing. They are incredibly, I would say, choosy when it comes to who it is that they surround themselves with, or what kind of energies it is that they surround themselves with. They're very aware of it, and they're also very protective of themselves, and they definitely have some boundaries up. And it's kind of like your future self is encouraging you to also do that. So you keep the right kind of people and circumstances away from you, and you have space. You have actual space for the good things, okay? This is something I used to always say in the past. Like, if you have been following me for some years, I used to say, or I used to give the metaphor of the closet. Do you guys remember that? Like, I think I said something like, if we want to, you know, purchase maybe certain clothes that we love, or we would like to have, right? We first need to make space in our closet, right? We maybe have to throw certain things out, or maybe give them away, because maybe the clothes we have in the closet, they may not fit us anymore, or maybe they just not what we like. But in order for us to get new clothes, we first need to make space, right, in the current closet. So certain things need to be yeah, thrown away or gifted away. And it's kind of the same. And that's, of course, just metaphorically speaking with our life, that um, if something doesn't serve us anymore, or it's not good for us in the first place, we should not keep it around, because otherwise we may not have room for the things, or have space for the things that actually we would like to have, right? I hope I can explain this the best way possible. Of course, this is not about clothes here, but it's about like energies and our environment and stuff like that. But this is very important to your future self. So, this is definitely, I would say, the major message that your future self has for you for today, to make sure that every now and then you release what doesn't serve you, because sometimes we may forget about that. Like, we just get used to certain energies being around us, and we just accept them. But no, we don't have to accept what doesn't or what's not encouraging our well-being, right? And that's kind of what your future self is trying to share here with you. So, for my beautiful pal 3, this is actually all I have for you guys for today. As always, my dear, please feel free to let me know how you feel about this reading. As always, thank you so, so much for allowing me to connect with your wonderful energy. And my dear, as always, if you haven't, I also invite you to subscribe to the channel. If you do, my dear, don't forget to hit the bell, because otherwise you may not get notified when I upload a new pick a card or candle wax reading. And my dear, as always, if you would like to connect with me more on Instagram, I invite you there as well. My beautiful pal 3, take care, my dear.